Hey guys, my name is Trevor Short. Let's see if you can see me. My name is Trevor Short, and this is Sit Down Guitars. Today I'm going to teach you guys how to play bar chords. So let's get started. Okay, so the major thing that you guys need to know is that when you're playing bar chords, you're taking usually your index finger and you're barring it, thus bar chords. You're taking your index finger and you're barring usually from 2 to 6 strings. So you're taking your index finger, completely covering all of them, and you're just playing. And it has to sound crystal clear, otherwise it's not going to work. So it has to sound like that. Nice, clear sound. With bar chords, usually mainly the shapes that you'll be playing are E. Remember this one I taught you? It's E, so you're taking actually let's start over. So you're usually taking an E shape, but since it's a bar chord, you need to keep your index finger free. So with an E shape, you're going to take your pinky finger, you're going to put it on the second fret of the second string, which is A, and you're taking your pinky, putting it right under that on the D string on the second fret, and you're taking your middle finger and you're putting it on the G string of the first fret. It should sound like that. But if you move it up, say you want to move it up to the 5th fret, actually this would be the 6th fret if you want to play that, and then you're taking your index finger and completely covering all 6 strings. And so this, basically this will shift the entire, I guess you would say the nut right here. If the nut is in place, it'll keep it in standard tuning, but if you put your finger on, say, the 5th fret, it's gonna change it into an A. So let's go over the different shapes. So this is the E shape, because that's what this looks like. It's basically the E down here, but you're moving it anywhere, and you can move it anywhere. That's what's so great about bar chords. So yeah, you can use this shape anywhere on the fret. You can even shift your entire hand off down a string. So that means you're taking, you're not touching the top E string, and you're moving everything, including this shape, down one string. So instead of this E shape, you're gonna have an A minor shape, and I'll do a whole video on minors and stuff. So you can take this shape, move it down a whole string, and it'll sound like that. And you can use this anywhere, anytime, like anywhere on the fretboard. Just like that one. Another type of shape that you can with bar chords is this, where you're totally lifting up your middle finger, and it gives you that nice, cool minor sound. You can also do it down here, where you're totally moving a complete string down, and it gives you that cool sound. Another one is where you're lifting up your pinky finger, and it gives you this kind of B7 sound. Kind of groovy sounding. So yeah, you can move it anywhere on any fret. So let's go over chords now. So remember the ABCs of chords. You can basically do that anywhere on the fret. Now the trick is you gotta remember where each dot is, and that'll help you out mapping out where the chords are. And each top string that you're touching with your index finger. So for here, since this top string right here, if you press it down, it becomes an A, and it sounds just like this string. You'll get that same A sound. So this chord would be an A chord because you're using your finger, you're hitting the top bass sound, and the rest of the chords make it an A bar chord. So this is your first chord. This is A. Now B would be this shape, but with your middle finger extract, or whatever you want to call it, taken away, but you're moving it down a whole set, and you're moving it down here on the second fret. It sounds like that. So it's basically pretty much the B that I taught you guys in the last video, and it sounds like this. And you're barring all these chords. Make sure when you're doing the top string, when it's not touched, you don't strum it. So, and if you need to, you can even, I'm not sure if you can see it, but if you can, be very careful not to press it down, but if you can touch it, it'll actually mute it. And you can get that sound a lot easier. Yeah, so that's B. A, B, C. C is this. It's where you're moving this shape over a half, I guess you would call it a half step. And you'll hear that term quite often, a half step. Say you have a C like this. Sounds like that. If you have a C and you move it over 2, that would be a full step up. If you move it up 1, that would be a half step. You can kind of hear it. This note right here would be like a minor or sharp. And usually on the dots, you get a major. So right here would actually be our next chord, and this, without your middle finger, would be a D. And this is on the same no top string shape. So that would be D. D, and then E would actually be the same thing, moved up a full step, and you're on the, you would be on the 7th fret, and you'll be way up here. That would be an E. And sometimes, since this is an E, you can actually hit the top string, and it would sound really cool. Now what I did there is I actually put my finger down on and making it type of a minor type chord, and it'll give you that kind of depressing sound. So yeah, that's your E. Now what comes after E? F, of course. Now F is way down here, and this is where you're doing all 6 strings, and you have that E shape. Notice when you're doing like a C, it's your middle finger is completely gone, and usually that happens. Actually, I'm pretty sure it happens all the time. Is where you have a shape like this, and it's a major. You don't have the middle finger. So this is a major C. This is a major D, major E. And if you put your middle finger down, it'll give you that minor sound. Okay? So this is F. It's where you're doing everything. The E shape, and then the full bar on the 1st fret. Okay? So that's F. Now G is where you're moving up a full step. It's right here on the 3rd fret. Same shape here, E. And it should sound like this. Now all these shapes that I'm showing you is the same exact chord as like the alphabet I taught you guys in the last video. So A would sound like A on the 5th fret with all the strings. B would sound like a B here. Okay, and then B, C, right here. This is a C. Would sound like this. Okay. I feel like if you use bar chords, you'll get a more distinct full sound than the regular. These two strings, the bottom E and B string, when they're played open, it kind of sounds funny to me. I don't know, it just sounds cooler if you use bars. As soon as you get used to bars, it'll be a lot more easy to learn songs, I think. And yeah, okay, so C, and then D will be over here. So that's D, and then D, E, be right here. So that's your E. F, way down here, and then your F is here. I feel like it's more powerful sounding. Okay, that's your F, and then G, right here. Okay, so let's go over this real quick. So this is your A on the 5th fret. Very important. Make sure you know your frets. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 is the double dot. It's very easy to remember that. 12th dot. And then up here is usually where more licks happen. Not very many chords are played up here, like ever. Mainly chords are up to here, and sometimes they'll be up to the 12th, but that's it. It doesn't go further than that. Very difficult to play up there. So yeah, so this is A, B, right here on the 2nd, on the A string, C, right here on the 3rd fret, A string, D, 5th fret, A string, here, yeah, I had to make sure, 7th fret, A string, and then E, F, up here, top E string, right here on the 1st fret, F, and then G, full step up. Okay, so yeah, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and yeah, that's that. So that's bar chords. Bar chords are very difficult. If you can't figure out the bar, that's the whole point of bar chords, is using your middle finger to bar everything. It's very helpful and very useful. Many songs use bar chords and they're very helpful. Remember, practice makes perfect, so keep practicing over and over again. Just keep doing the alphabet: A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And be sure to practice your standard forms too. A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. So yeah, my name's Trevor Short. This is Sit Down Guitars, and stay long and rock on, bros. See you in the next video.